Hey, everybody is doing. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, just thank you so much for the love and support. We're all going through intense, crazy changes right now, but trust and believe. They're going to be. There you'll be benefiting off of those intense changes in more ways than one. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light. Many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. And if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are very informative to you, give you good vibes, or just just give you some good stuff that you really want to go ahead and share with your loved one, family, or friends, or even fellow empaths that are going through trying times at the moment. Excuse me, going through trying times at the moment, or needing confirmation or validation towards life path, or even soul purposes, or even just needing spiritual guidance. Please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give me a thumbs up, like, and also share. And on your social media favorites, wherever you see fit. And thank you so much for the love and support. My little soul niece just texted me and threw me way off. um, uh, got dog. Yeah. Share it on your social media favorites, wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's so greatly appreciated. And I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. And I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of my video. Y'all, I had so much stuff to do in between the time I'm doing this video and the last one I just uploaded like almost an hour ago. But the music that I'm listening to in the background is called Beautiful Planet, tranquility music for mindfulness, harmony. 528 hertz meditation for self healing. And I will post that link in the description box below. And the videos I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101 Heyoka's powerful changes with the spiritual trends are taking place for your better well-being. We're going through all these different transitions, so it's just like, I don't want nobody to think that I was talking about in the sexual label term that people use as well. So I didn't want nobody to think I was disrespectful or anything like that. But it's like using trends. We're going through transition, transformation, transmutation, as well as transparency. You're going through all these different things where you're separating and parting ways from anything that's no longer serving you. It already guided you where you needed to be along your path. And for you to be able to, you have to go through like a value of shock. And and sometimes you have to still go through it when they're needing you to level up on your next gift. So it's like things really has to be very heightened. Sometimes that takes you to have to go through some traumatic situations and stuff like I did last week. It's like, God bless my sister's soul. I'm so glad she is safe. I went through mines and it was really major. It was just like trying to allow myself to stay busy, but it was becoming too much for me because it's like I started getting a lot of visions and different things was going on and taking place. And it's like, I had to really tell myself, you don't know if this is happening right now. Um, it could be fear based, and you need to be able to know difference between your spiritual um, visions as well as your fear based spiritual visions, because a lot of times it's just your mind can actually place you on something that's very negative just because your mind is like sends off that powerful vibe. And it's just like so many people that are recently connecting with me, since my gift wants to enhance itself to as well as abilities. And it's like I don't get that manual about how things are going. I just have to allow myself to really see read between the lines on what was going on. It allows me, if I'm going to be helping people, and get a deep understanding to let them know, hey, these are the things that are taking place in your life right now. These are the things that you have to pay attention to. These are the things that is trying to merge you into, so it's like a lot of things might be heavy right now. A lot of things may be having you in your feelings. It was just like yesterday, usually I tell y'all, when, I'm gonna take a day off. But it was like I was going through so many intense changes, and I try to tell people that is the same. When you're going through um, a lot of heaviness and you're going through intense transition, even from your text messages that you're sending out, people can be able to pick up on your energy. And when it goes like that, you have to be able to close yourself off. Or if you allow yourself, if you're going through that and you have that gift at times where you can basically protect that, like it's going on with you, and you can make sure it doesn't go further than that. Because a lot of times, when I'm still doing these things and I still got something back in my mind, but I allow myself to keep pushing because I know this too shall pass. So I allow myself to put that protective bubble up so it's not, being given off to you. Because it's like right now, it's like your pores are wide open. It's just like if you exfoliate and all those different things using like sea breeze and stuff like that. I wonder if sea breeze, they still got sea breeze. But it's like when you wipe your face with all that stuff, it burns. And then next thing you know, your pores are closing back up and all those different things. And that's exactly what that transition's taking you to. It's just like you're being drawn by other people's energy, and you have to allow yourself to really protect yourself, especially when you're going through these humongous changes in your life that's very intense. You have to be able to make sure when you're about to be in front of a group of people, or you're at a different workplace where you have to deal with a large amount of people. You have to put that protective bubble up, not just from yourself, but it is from yourself, but as well as being able to, you know, what is that? What is that word? Magnified. It's just like, no, what I'm saying? When it comes towards you, I can't think of the word right now, but if it's attracting towards your way, because you're going through so many things. And a lot of times, if you don't know what your gift is and you walking around here like that, you need to, make sure you're very well protected. So that's why I'm glad and blessed that I work from home. So I really don't have to deal with people unless I have to. But now it's gotten to that point where I know how to protect myself when I got to deal with other people, and I have to be able to push myself out of comfort zone. Like I used to go to Walmart, and I pushed myself to go to Walmart because before I said, thank God I have children that drive. I'm like, hey, I need you to go to the store for me. Because see, my middle daughter, she's accepting her spiritual gift. My oldest one and my youngest one, they're like, mom, that freaks out, that freaks me out and all that stuff. But I told my oldest daughter, you're getting pushed to do that because you already done got sit up here and got your tattoo with a witch symbol on it for other, people in the coven could be able to identify you. I got mine right here. You got yours on your ankle. So it's like all those different things are taking place in your life. You'll have these intense changes where it's messing with your body temperature. You can be cold one minute and hot the next. It can mess with your throat chakra along with your third eye as well. It'll make you feel like because I know there was one time at that point, I forgot what it was like because I was going through intense um, ascension as well as kundalini, and I had a scar right dead in the middle of my forehead. Like, dad, what happened to you? That daggone third eye is me, and that third eye is getting into it. We're not seeing eye to eye, no pun intended, but we're not seeing eye to eye. And that mess had me hit. I had a big dot on the middle of my forehead. And then it was something like some of my friends that, they're from the West Indian hemisphere, thought I was like, oh, you ain't no, it's just a scar. And because I go to the bodega and see them, and they're like, "Oh, you wearing a no, boss man? No, I'm not. That's a scar. I don't know how else. I don't want to get into it. It's a long story, but I'm not getting into it. But no, I'm not trying to disrespect nobody's culture. I was just going through some changes, and I had to really go through that. So it's just like you're going into transmutation. You're getting stronger. It's allowing you to be able to understand what is taking place in your life, what things you have to let go of, what things it's time for you to part ways with, even your circle. Like yesterday, I went through my social media and started deleting a lot of people. Like, okay, because it's like when they feel that urge, this is the time that you need to let go of a lot of people. You see how my energy is changing. It's like, see, you see this, and you see my computer, they ain't changing, but yet my energy is like changing in my face. And it's like a lot of times I haven't seen that happen in a while. I know it happened last time I did videos, but when I do that, and it's like I'm going through a lot of energy based changes in my life at times. You know, when I used to do my videos from my laptop, I could move my hands and all of a sudden you see flashes of light coming from my hands. And I'm looking like, what the heck? It was a WTF moment. Like, I don't even understand. But I knew I was going through some changes, but didn't know it can be to the point where other people can see it as well. You know, usually you can see other people's aura or whatever. But now it's just like allowing you to like it's like forewarning you about, hey, you need to be careful about the company you keep. There are certain people that are giving off these really like hoodoo voodoo vibes and stuff like that. And he's like, okay, I need to leave you alone. I need to take back a couple of paces. And even your animals, they'll start being very clingy or they'll start bouncing off the walls because they're feeling it too. They're going through transition the way you're going through transition. And there's so many people that are going through it. And it's like, you know, you're feeling it's like your health is matter of fact, don't let me get into that one because that's going to be another different content. But it's like it'll start messing with, you know, it'll make you feel like you're going through the flu. So it's like these things are taking place in your life where it's starting to transform you mentally and emotionally, physically, spiritually, hell, maybe even sexually. You know, I don't know about that because I'm abstinent, so I don't know. So, but you know, anybody else, hey, just know, just in case. But you know, it's just like at that point, you know, I try not to get mad. You know, if I feel like I'm about to be bugged out, I just, you know, I stay to myself. You know, I'm going through a lot of things, you know, and it's just like, you know, I was telling y'all on the video, I love talking to y'all. But when I go through these certain situations and I tell y'all, you know, yeah, come holler at me. I don't want you to feel like, well, dang, you told us to come holler at you and then you about to bite my head off because I come holler at you. No, it's not about that. You have to understand, like, you're going through things and other people are going through things too, but just always ask, you know, hey, are you mentally straight for me to come talk to you about certain things? When you ask me that, that give me something like, okay, well, let me go ahead and prepare myself, give me a few minutes and I'll hit you right back. That's all I need. Let me be mentally, you know, I don't need to be mentally impaired or whatever you want to call it, to where you just harp all this stuff on me and I have to back up and block you, because it's like when you're going through that, you don't understand. Not to make sure I make that crystal clear as well. Not to say it like being an itch, you know what I'm saying? But it's just fact is, when you're going through all these different changes, you don't know what energy you're giving off. And that's why I meant to say in my other video, but let me go ahead and go retort and allow myself to back up and check all emergency exits. That's what's going on with you. Because if you're already going through all these intense changes, you don't realize your words carry energy as well. Just like if you're to text somebody and there's somebody who's spiritually connected like we are, they're going to know something's wrong with you. Even if you say, oh, I'm okay, they know good and well you're lying, because they can feel it through your words. Just like people, when they used to think they can be very deceitful with me about things, and I laugh it off because I say, you know what, if you trying to give me a line of BS, I'm going to know it. And then I ain't even gonna say nothing. It's just the fact is, when you couldn't get ready, text me the next time, and you see that block, like you cannot reply to this person, you gonna know why. Because it's like, oh, dang, she done figured it out. And you know, I don't even, I don't even get mad about it. You know, I've gotten used to it, and it's not like I'm saying it and I want somebody to feel sorry for me. No, I'm blessed for that, because when you show me your real you, I appreciate that. You ain't got to sugarcoat nothing. You ain't got to sit up here and try to, you know, try to disguise yourself. And I was just talking to my spiritual niece about that. There's a lot of times people cloak themselves. You can be dealing with them, and there'll be something like that. I don't know. Um, I don't know if I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it is about this person, but it's just something I just can't. You know, it's like on the tip of my tongue, and I can't. Those are the type of people you need to automatically stay away from. I had to allow myself to go through that, and then I was just like, you know what, I should have, you know, listened to my instincts when it told me to. But you know, it is what it is. It's like allowing myself now to know what's going on, allow myself to know, you know, don't allow yourself to get upset just because of what people do. You can't get mad when you're that person that you, I don't sugarcoat anything. I'm not that type of person. Like I've said many times before, I'm not that type of person to throw a rock and hide my hand, or got a bark and got no bite. No, I'm vicious with both. I just choose not to do that, you know. And it's just at that whole point. But you can't have that validation that other people are going to be the same way as you. Now everybody got that mindset, and there are some people, they'll come at you and they got hidden it, and you know, they got interior motives, and it's just like some people are not, you know, they're like that. But also darkness in universe as well. Well, enemy, let me just stop saying darkness. Enemy and God sends those people our way for us to be, you know, for us to be tested, just to basically see, okay, did you learn your lesson from the last people we connected you with? Because everybody comes to you and they have a reason for coming to you. Either they're going to teach you, they're going to hurt you, or you're going to learn from them, or they're going to learn from you. Or there's some people in your life that's going to be there to support you. But it's like right now, since we're going through these major retrogrades, and for what I'm feeling, you know, don't think this is going to be over by the 9th or the 10th of next month. These are something that's going on, but it's for your better good. So it's going to take you through like a wash cycle of changes. But when you're getting, when everything is good and new, you're going to be able to appreciate what those changes put you through, because these are the things that are going to enlighten you. These are the things that's going to strengthen you. It's going to give you the knowledge you need to go know, not just about yourself but your surroundings, what you're covering in, you know, what you're protecting, whether it's yours or somebody else's. These are the things that's going to teach you. And then it's like, you know, it might get on your nerves, or it might even, you know, give you some really crazy dreams. Like there's a lot of times I sit up here and watch, what is it? I love watching King Frostmare, as well as what else? Nuke 5 or Spookables or stuff like that. I love watching different stuff like that. I always like things about the paranormal because I see them all the time around me. So, you know, it's not really nothing bad about that. But out of last night, I had on in queue a meditation. Just it was the hang drum. And you talking about somebody actually had some peaceful sleep. It wasn't nothing crazy going on in my daggone dreams, because sometimes it can get very intense. And I'm just like, people are like, Roslynn, my dreams get very crazy. I say, yeah, but you also have to make sure you know what's going on in your dreams, because it's like, you know, your dreams are trying to tell you about things that you're doing in your waking life. Either they're omens to tell you, hey, you need to prepare yourself for this, or you need to change this, the way you see things, the way you do things, you know. And a lot of times they're gonna, you know, your situation is gonna change, where it's gonna put you in certain situations you may not like, you know. I had to go through that, especially when it came to my addictions. You know, I'll tell anybody that, but you know, to each his own. I don't down nobody about it, because shoot, I used to smoke weed all the time. I used to smoke it heavily. I was functional, but now I had to allow myself to cut that off. You know, don't run to escape. You know, because a lot of times we use things as a safety net, or a what they call it, protective mechanism, you know, like escape mechanism. Because a lot of times you have to understand, if it's not for chronic pain, or you have terminal illness like AIDS, HIV, um, cancer, or you have severe epilepsy. I've had epilepsy, you know, and it wasn't, you know, I'm blessed, because I mean, it's just in that certain period of time. I had it for like 6 7 months and didn't realize that was genetic. You know, my dad had them when he was little, and I got mine. He got his at like, he was born with his, but I think they stopped like around 6 or 7, in between that time. And then I started getting mine at 26, 25, 26. So, and those things, you know, are, I don't know, I think it was like breaking me on my breakthrough of going through a spiritual awakening, because a lot of things started being very different after that. But it was just like my head was exploding. You know, it felt like my head was about to explode, because I'd be all disoriented, mouth be all messed up, you know, couldn't even eat. You know, all those different things were taking place in my life. But now when I allow myself, you know, that quiet time to myself, and being able to allow myself to see in between illusions, because a lot of times when we're going through these intense transformations, like it's saying, you know, being transparent, allowing yourself not to hide behind anything, whether or not it's like a like trauma that you're still healing from, you're allowing yourself to face that. You know, you only can run for it so long. It's just like when you're wanting to do things in your life to be better, you have to allow yourself to face the things that are holding you back, you know. And I had to be able to tell that to myself, you know. And I mean, it doesn't, I mean, it's not something fun, you know, especially whatever, you know what you're dealing with, you know. And it's like, we're all connected, spiritually based, connected about going through different changes. That's why it feels good to actually know, hey, you're not the only one going through this. This is like happening to all of us in some kind of way, shape, form, or fashion. That's why I always tell y'all, if you're not comfortable with dropping me a line here, hit me up on Facebook Messenger. I try to help out as best way I can, but I tell people at the same time, you have to be willing to help yourself. If you're gonna think that these changes are going to come fall in your lap, you really awakening, because no, that's not going to happen. Really mistaken, that's what I meant to say. It's not. You have to be able to put in the work for yourself. It's just, the fact is, you have to think angels, uh our ancestors, our ascended masters, archangels, angels, spirit guides, and all this stuff. They're where they need to be. They're protecting us and guiding us to where we are trying to be. So you're not hurting nobody but yourself. So they always tell you, I always tell people, I love to help you. I work with a lot of different people, whether it's messenger, or I do email, but it's barely email, because I tell people, hey, it's better to catch me on messenger, because I don't really check my emails like that. But it's quicker to get me there. And I tell anybody, what you need to do. There's things that you need to let go of, because a lot of us as empaths, we have you know we have picked up habits to deal with our pain and trauma, whether or not you can be an alcoholic, a weed smoker, or you can, there's also others that has been on some really dangerous, barbiturates, heroin, cocaine, meth, bath salts and stuff like that, because they have dealt with a lot of things. And I don't judge anybody, because you don't know what that person is facing, because you could be just going through the stuff you're going through in your current life, and all that other stuff from the other lives are coming too, because it's like 6 or 7 daggone um other versions of yourself from different lifetimes are all in combined. And it's just not that you're clearing your slate from this time, but from since day one. So there's a lot of heaviness that you're going to carry around. There's a lot of clearing, emotional, mental, spiritual clearing you're doing right now. So it's a lot of stuff you have to allow yourself to break away from anything that you know that's going to slow down your process, that is going to divert you or distract you from the process of your progress. And you don't want to do that. There's things that you're trying to manifest, but if you know that there's things you're trying to manifest, there's a lot of unhealthy things you need to let go of. Point blank. It's God ain't gonna make no deal with you. Well, maybe if I smoke these 2 hits, and you gonna still give me my blessings by the end of the week. No, it don't work like that. I had to allow myself, when I got frustrated and I got tired of dealing, I got tired of thinking, I was like, well, maybe let me go ahead and smoke this and I'll be okay. I hurt myself by doing that. I wouldn't hurt nobody else. I'm tired of dealing with these things. But when you're tired of dealing with things and you're ready for blessings, you'll start making those conscious decisions you need to make to better yourself. Yeah, it hurts when you have to allow yourself to face things that really has, you know, took you out your comfort zone, is really, get you in your feelings about stuff. But that is that time, these things had to happen to us. Just like when you're in these narcissistic relationships, or you're connecting with people that got toxic tendencies. These are the people that go ahead and allow you to see the things that you carry within yourself that you need to break away from. They're doing their part. You have to be able to do yours. And a lot of times, like, why do I keep attracting these type of people? Well, these are the type of people that you're attracting, because sometimes they say that what you're attracting is something that's in you that you need to fix amongst yourself. And as well, it's not always that, but it had to be as well, as they're trying to help you get yourself out of that habit you've been going through. Because it's like, a lot of times I used to get into relationships that were very toxic, because that's all I was, exposed to. My mom and my dad got into little alcohol fit fights. My mom used to lay hands on him. And I was like, now when I seen what she did, I said, you know what, Pearl should have whipped your ass for that. But, so I'm going to draw back and, get back to my point. But I understand why my mom did it, because, he tried that mess with me after my mom passed. And I was just like, nah, I see why she don't lay hands on you. I said, thank God. I said, mm-mm. I said, I don't need to go recurring that with you, because I said, if I let loose on you, I ain't going to stop. But when I allow myself to see the things that is taking place, you don't realize a lot of times you are being placed as that example of what has taken place in your life. There's people that is going to watch you. Hell, even your haters watch you. And that's good, because when they start trying to, do things like you, they're going to notice the change in them. Because when they start paying attention to you so much, hopefully they'll start taking notes like, well, dang, look how these blessings are coming for them, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Let me figure out how you're going to do this. We're healing. We're allowing ourselves to sacrifice things that is no longer serving us. You're allowing yourself to deal and heal with that pain and let that go. Your pain had to bring you on this path. Your pain had to give you that knowledge that you were seeking. What you're seeking is already seeking you. Everything that you're needing and wanting is already in the internal. But a lot of times we have gone through a lot of toxic situations where even I'm related to people that just break my heart, seeing that they're trying to find love on the outside instead of trying to do that with themselves, because they feel like, oh, if I get this person with me and we get together, they're going to make me happy. People can give you love all day, but it's not going to heal you. You have to be able, you want that good love in your life, you want that partner, you have to be able to show it to yourself first. If you show it to yourself first and you start respecting yourself, when you decide to start making those changes in your life, you'll start seeing even your circle of people that you hang around is going to start changing. Because the fact is, if you're going to be with somebody who does not respect you, you're not going to want to deal with them. And that's how I am. I put up safe boundaries. I put up healthy boundaries for me. And I'll tell you all day, I love to help you, but it has to be at a certain time. If you're overseas, that doesn't pertain to you, because I know there's like 5-6 hour differences. It could be 5 o'clock in the afternoon there, but shoot, it'll already be midnight there. So, I don't deal with that. I don't care about that stuff, but I allow people to know, hey, respect my time, respect me and ask, hey, do I have time for this right now? I know you might be going through things or whatever. And I don't mind helping, but just give me that respect. And that's all I ask people to do. Give me that respect. Because when you're going through these spiritual awakenings and you're going down that path, and I'm telling you, when you get that moment, that chill moment, and you'll see how things has changed for the better for you. Because it's like when you've gone through things, you're gonna love yourself a lot more. You are not going to deal with people that disrespect you. You're not going to deal with people that don't respect what you are doing for yourself, or just always overstepping their boundaries when you have placed them up. Because when they start doing that and they see they can't manipulate you in any kind of way, oh, trust and believe, they'll try to start talking about a whole bunch of things about you, just because they know they can't do that anymore. And they feel like, well, since they don't make me mad, I'm gonna change how other people go see them too. Allow yourself to keep going, because you're not going to worry about what other people say. You're not going to worry about what other people do, what they think of you when you do this, because this is your mission. This is a path you have to take. They're going to eventually, when they see that you going down that way, they're going to know sooner or later they're going to have to do the same thing, unless they just won't say, sleep and not look at the things they're going through. But you have to allow yourself to go through that. What your work is. You have to be being able to love yourself on all levels. No matter, there's things in your life you want to change, then you can change those. If it's something you have the ability to do that, do that. And when you allow yourself to love yourself, because it's like when I look at all the things that I've been through, I always put my happiness aside just to keep somebody in my life. I got red flags all the time, but I felt like, well, maybe if I give them enough love, they'll love me like I was supposed to be loved. No, it don't work like that. Because if you just settling, you get what you ask for. But if you allowing yourself to know you putting up standards, it's like, that's why I was so blessed. Even though my dad has not physically been in my life, he's spiritually been there. My dad helped me love myself in so many different ways, allowing me to know this is not how a person is supposed to treat you. He's been that road. He's been there where he's did things that he wasn't supposed to do. That's why he changed his life and started getting saved and stuff like that, doing Jehovah's Witness, because he felt like he was being punished in some kind of way because of the things he was doing. And it's just like, he had to understand a lot of things. He had to change a lot of things, and I get it. And I still respect my dad, and I love everything he's done. I don't judge him in those kind of ways. When you have a child, either you got to see him, if your parents are married, you got to see him as a husband as well as a dad. But, even of that, you got to still see him as your parent or whatever, ever, whatever. But it's just about how the relationship was. But all these changes are for the better. They might not feel that way right now if you're still going through heavy stuff, but you have to allow yourself to know a lot of times for change to take place, it's going to be a lot of uncomfortable moments. There are going to be some good days for you, but there's also going to be some bad days, because there's a lot of things that are coming up to the surface that they need you to face. Coming up to the surface and say, okay, these things just help you strengthen, but these are the things you have to let go, because we have so much better that's about to take place for that. You can't change back time. Time really doesn't exist. These things has gave you a gift of knowledge to get you where you needed to be. You had to go through that moment of shock. You had to go through that moment of abuse to be able to understand this is not going to be something that's going to break you. This is going to be the things that strengthen you. So you had to go through those transitions, and it may be causing all kind of different, you know, things going on in your heart, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And as well as, transmutation is going to get you to where you're thinking out the norm. When things coming at you now, it's just like people tell me, Roslynn, I'm going through this, that, and the third. I don't even got to go look it up. And I was like, oh, this, and this. And I'm like, what the heck am I doing? Am I empath, almanac? What am I doing? And that's basically what it was. And so I appreciate that, and a lot of times I was being, toxic towards myself. I seen a post the other day and I started busting out laughing. But I know I said a lot of people ain't gonna get this, or they're gonna probably feel like I ain't that. And what does the guy say? He was like, shoot, I'm burning sage and I knocked my own self out because I was the negative in my life. And it can be, you can be, you can be your own personal enemy just because of how you look at yourself, how you see your life going, how you look at certain things instead of, seeing it as a positive more than a negative. Because a lot of times, we were going through things. I even see some of the people I know, that I've known for years. Oh, this person left me, this person left me. And I said, look, if they were meant to be there, trust and believe, they'll be there. Everything you lose is not a loss. And then usually when universe takes that away, they're usually turning your back on something, because they know, okay, you done been through this situation for a while. You've been going through this for a while. So let me allow you to, let me divert your direction in life, because I got something so much better when you allow yourself to love yourself, when you allow yourself to respect you and respect what you got going on, and you make other people do that for you. If they keep on overstepping their boundaries, cut them off. Don't deal with them, and it's just times I hate doing that. But there's a lot of people that I had to tell them, hey, especially if you're and I tell people that real quick, if you in the USA area and I'm telling you these are the certain times I say you can come hit me up. If you keep on trying to text me when I tell you not to, and I had to get to that point where I had to put my phone on silent, because I was getting calls and people hitting me up at 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And I know there's a lot of times empaths, they're night owls. I'm not always like that, because it's just like with me helping people, I'm already getting emotionally and mentally drained, because a lot of times when I'm helping them, their family that is crossed over is coming up there too. So that's just not draining me from the person I'm speaking to. It's the one I'm trying to pass messages that they need to talk to. So I don't mind doing that, but I have to get my rest when I need to get it. So it was just like a lot of times I had to be able to say, hey, I'm only going to tell you this one more time, because I'm telling you, if you hit me up at 2-3 o'clock in the morning again, you when you try to text me again, next thing you know, you're going to get blocked. And I'm not trying to be that way, but when I put boundaries up, you need to respect that. And a lot of times I didn't, even when I said a lot of times back in the past and people wouldn't respect what I did, I allowed that to keep going on. So why are you disrespecting yourself? Because they don't have respect for you. So why are you allowing that to come up? So it's just like going through these situations. I really allow myself to really look at it. What it is what it is. This is your growth. This is going to be how you decide to change your life. And it's not going to be for something negative. It's going to be for the positive. You might have to go through a little negative humps, because it's making you face things that it's hard for you to actually face and be honest and be real about it. And then when you allow yourself to be honest about what's taking place in your life, when I'm telling you it's about to open up some doors for you, you're going to be glad that you went through the things you're going through. I see mine, and it hurts. It really does hurt at times, because it's a lot of times I got to sit here it wouldn't hurt me as bad if it was somebody out on the street. I'm used to folks doing that. But when it came from family, people I trusted, people I admired and looked up, and then found out everything was BS and it was a lie, that was a hard pill for me to swallow. And at times it still feels surreal to me, like these people really did this to me. These people really did this to my kids, and they're still doing it, and then trying to, love me up so they can make sure they still can keep doing what they're doing. That was a lot for me to have to deal with. So I had to allow myself to say, you know what, everything happened for a reason. Not everything, where everything is going, don't mean it's going that way. A lot of times, certain things had to look a certain way for it to do something in a certain way. So don't allow yourself to get pulled up in the okie doke, because a lot of times things ain't what it seems. And just because people have gotten away with certain things and they have been held responsible for their accounts that they have done, trust to believe that everything has its time. They might be laughing now, to be crying later. You see how all these daggone different celebrities and stuff is getting him. What did Weinstein got indicted last week? Now it's like, oh Lord, my homie Justice Smollett. All these different things is going on in life, and I'm just like, man, karma ain't got no. People, they were thinking, oh, rich folks and celebrities don't get caught, because they got a lot of money they can pay off. Nah, not right now. Not right now, because it's getting to that point where you getting hit in them pockets. Just like, I don't care how much money you have, because they will use you as an example. Because it's going to get to that point where, you see a lot of times these celebrities go to jail. Now, first thing you hear, oh, they supposed to do about 14, 20 days or even 30 days. They only did 5 hours because it's overcrowded. Okay, but how come we see them coming out and some of these other folks just had traffic tickets and they still up in there, and you ain't even gave them a daggone rather, what is that, remand or rights or whatever that is, when they tell you, you have a choice to get a lawyer or whatever, and they're still sitting in there. So it's just a lot of different things are going on in your life. A lot of people have placed you in a lot of things that you had to get on this path. But trust and believe, when you're allowing yourself to take that first step in recovering, taking that first step of healing, allowing yourself to take those steps of forgiving and walking away. Because when you're allowing yourself to do that, and it's hard. I mean, it's easy as hell to be mad at everybody and feel like you're justified to do this, that, and whatever towards people. But the strength comes in when you're allowing yourself, even though you feel all that negative BS is around you, you're tired of it going on, but you allow yourself to keep on seeing the positive in all this. When you have so much heaviness around you, that's going to drown you out, but it's going to strengthen you. And the more you keep allowing yourself to keep thinking positive, there's going to be some days you're going to slip up. It's fine. But when you're allowing yourself to say, you know what, I got caught slipping because I was in my feelings about certain things. I'm tired, because I get that way. I can be spiritually, mentally, emotionally tired because I'm allowing myself to see the positive in every chance I take. But then I got folks that's coming in that's really did some mess to me and still just trying to get cocky with it. And I'm that type of person. You bark, I come back with a bigger bite. I'm usually that type of person, but I had to allow myself to, don't, just because they throw jabs or whatever, mental jabs, say all they want to, you ain't got to keep doing that, because it makes you no better than the person that keeps on trying to apply it into your life. Allow yourself to grow, allow yourself to heal, and don't worry about that situation. They already got that covered, because when you're allowing yourself to let faith guide you to where you need to be, you ain't got to worry about that outside stuff. That's going to be taken care of right when you least expect it. So allow yourself to do this work, because all these spiritual trends you're going through is really going to hit you. But when everything is said and done, you're going to be appreciating what those changes put you through. So I hope that you were able to resonate with the content of this video. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Ashley Marie, Laura Kennedy, Robert Cole. Much love to you, as well as Carol Chapman. Much love to you as well. And I will see you on my next video. Like and subscribe. Drop me a line. I would love to know if you are relating to the videos that I'm passing out, or you're enjoying it because it's something you needed to hear. I will truly appreciate it. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Drop a line, share, tell someone about the channel. They might enjoy it. Know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I hope whatever you're trying to manifest into your life comes 1,000 times more than what you asked for, and it comes so much sooner than you expected. Make sure you give out love, light, positivity, as well as prosperity, words, vibes, and frequencies. All these things can really take somebody a long way. If you don't feel comfortable with dropping a line here, but you really want to contact me, just look up under Facebook Messenger, up under my name, and just say, hey, Roslynn, we connect with, I connect with your channel on, on YouTube, and I just had these questions, and I'll help you out the best way I can. But like I said, I'm in Pacific Standard Time. God, I don't know why I try to get trivial with that. You can contact me from 10 a.m. all the way until 10:30, 7 days a week. And if it's extreme emergency or you living overseas, that doesn't count. So you can go ahead and hit me up, and I'll try to get to you as quick as I can possible. So I'll see you on my next video. I hope you have a blessed, safe weekend. Be responsible at everything you do, and I'll see you later. Much love, peace, be wild.